Amethi, Rae Bareli, Chhindwara. Now these are constituencies synonymous with political dynasties. Maharashtra has Baramati. The seat has been held by the Pawar family for close to 3 decades. NCP President Sharad Pawar has represented Baramati 5 times, his daughter Supriya Sule 3 times, and his nephew Ajit Pawar just once. Now, Maharashtra has 40 Lok Sabha seats, but none will be as closely watched as Baramati because it's a battle between 2 Pawars. Sitting MP Supriya Sule and Ajit Pawar's wife Sunetra Pawar. The contest is actually a proxy war between Uncle Sharad Pawar and his nephew Ajit Pawar. Why the battle for Baramati matters? Joining me to discuss this are RENNI PRASAD, my colleague Kiran, Tare, and my colleague Brijesh Pandey here in the studio at News9 Plus. Gentlemen, welcome to the News9 Plus show. I want to start by asking you, Brijesh, can the fight for Baramati be seen as a referendum on Ajit Pawar's rebellion?
I can say that, because the fact is that if Ajit Pawar is able to win Baramati, it will be seen as a kind of a death blow for Sharad Pawar. It won't be finishing him off politically, but it will be seen as a major setback because this is one seat which has been pocket borough of Sharad Pawar for a very long time now. I mean, usually people have, barring Chhindwara, I don't think anybody has this kind of stranglehold over one Lok Sabha constituency as Sharad Pawar had over Baramati, and for him to lose Baramati right now will be definitely a setback, a big setback.
It's a prestige battle for both Pawar.
His honor is on the line. His daughter is fighting for the 4th term, and if he's not able to swing Baramati his way, then chances are that it will be perceived as like he's yielding ground to his nephew.
Right, absolutely. Prasad, is this Sharad Pawar's toughest fight in his election, in his political career? He's had a more than 5-decade-long political career. Is this battle for Baramati going to be his toughest contest?
Yeah, it has to be, because you see, Ajit Pawar has been, controlling the state unit or the party organization at the state level for more than 2 decades now. This battle between the uncle and nephew is out there in public for nearly 15 years now. I think 2009, we have to go back to 2009 when Ajit Pawar became the deputy chief minister for the first time. He kind of forced it again. Since then we have seen, and it has intensified after his son lost in 2019. Right. There was a feeling that his son contested from Mawal constituency. Constituency, and he lost. It was seen as if Sharad Pawar did not help him, much. Right. Was one of the factors why he lost, and after that, that battle between Ajit Pawar and Sharad Pawar really intensified. And now I think this election will tell us whether Sharad, because when Ajit Pawar left the party, general perception was that he joined the BJP alliance because of the pressure of investigating agencies. Right. There were a lot of leaders were facing corruption charges. And so on and so forth. But ever since he has left, there is a persistent effort from Ajit Pawar to prove that he is the legitimate successor, and he has taken the party legitimately. Whether he has able to convince people, their voters, will know after the election results.
Right, absolutely. Kiran, you were in Baramati recently. You spent a couple of days there. You interviewed all the key, actors in this political drama. Give us a sense of how Baramati is bracing for this Pawar versus Pawar contest. I mean, I don't think there's ever been a fight that is as open in a family the way it has been in the Pawar family.
This is a very interesting fight, Steve. And what I realize on the ground, that Baramati constituency has been divided into urban versus rural areas. Right. Urban areas is of course dominated by Ajit Pawar and his all supporters. And rural area, they have a kind of sympathy and a kind of affection towards Sharad Pawar, not towards Supriya Sule, but towards Sharad Pawar. So in a proxy battle, when Ajit Pawar is pitched, when he is controlling all the local governing bodies, the sugar mills, the cooperative societies, versus the emotions attached with Sharad Pawar because he is there since 1967. So this battle is spanning out in a very large canvas this time. Urban areas, particularly the Khadakwasla, which is the BJP stronghold, if Khadakwasla constituency votes in favor of Ajit Pawar's wife, which is most likely because I was talking to Devendra Fadnavis and he said Baramati's result will be decided in Khadakwasla. Because
Right.
if the traditional BJP supporters they come out in support of Sunetra Pawar, then the win is sure.
Right.
But if the BJP supporters they don't like Ajit Pawar because of the all irrigation scam charges and all the things,
Right.
then there could be a different result. Khadakwasla is going to play a bigger role. Of course, here Sharad Pawar is trying all his political maneuvering, he's utilizing all his skills to get back all the smaller parties and the leaders he had not contacted for many years. For example, the Kakade family, which is a very prominent family, very influential family from
Right.
Baramati. Sharad Pawar had cut down his relations with Kakades
Right.
55 years back.
Right.
And 2 days back, Sharad Pawar went and met at the head of the family,
Right.
requesting him to support Supriya Sule. So that kind of desperation he has.
Yes.
Supriya Sule wants to win this election at any cost.
Well, absolutely. And, Brijesh, 83-year-old Sharad Pawar still, packing in power punch there. And,
I mean, if you go by his schedule, I mean, he
Yes.
can put all of us combined to shame. I mean, the kind
Absolutely.
of zeal he exhibits.
Yes.
And as Kiran was pointing out, they're like, if you look at the Baramati Lok Sabha constituency, has 6 assemblies, it consists of 6.
Yes.
Out of which 4 are by BJP or people who are sympathetic to Ajit Pawar.
Right.
But there are also various local factors at play. Will
Right.
people would want Ajit Pawar to acquire a larger than life image and also
Yes.
become so powerful
Right.
that he will be unassailable if his wife becomes a member of parliament from Baramati.
Right.
Those are all factors, that will be
Yes.
very, very crucial in the outcome. And for for Sharad Pawar, as I said right at the start, that it is for him a do or die battle. If he
Right.
has to win this battle to assert his supremacy not only at Baramati but also to to NCP at large, sending
Right.
out a signal that when it mattered most,
Yes.
the pocket borough, the family bastion
Yes.
supported Sharad Pawar, and the elder one in the family has already swore his allegiance, the elder brother,
Yes.
to Sharad Pawar, saying that this is something which Ajit Pawar should not have done. He
Right.
should have put up anybody except somebody from the family. So they
Right.
have not taken very kindly to the fact that that he has put up his wife Sunetra Pawar against Supriya Sule.
Right, absolutely. And RENNI, this point that Brijesh is making, that this is actually a fight for Sharad Pawar. It's like the political battle of his life, literally. And it's actually a battle for the NCP. The fact that Ajit Pawar broke away with a large chunk of the MLAs and MPs. And today Sharad Pawar is left with very little. So he has a lot to prove. A 60-year political career behind him. How important is it for Sharad Pawar, the politician at age 83, fighting possibly the toughest battle of his life?
Well, it is deja vu for Sharad Pawar. If you go back to 1999, when he set up the Nationalist Congress Party after
Yes.
having broken out of the Congress, and he had only 6 months, to have a new symbol of the clock for his
Right.
Nationalist Congress Party, and he did do very well,
Yes.
at the state assembly elections in back then,
Right.
as well as the Lok Sabha. So for him, it is a repeat of that now because he's lost his party symbol of the clock.
Right.
Ajit Pawar has taken away 40 MLAs from out of the 54 who got
Yes.
elected in the 2019 state assemblies. And therefore, it is a huge challenge for him, which is quite evident if you see how he has been conducting himself in the last few days. First, like Kiran pointed out, he has gone and
Right.
buried the hatchet, so to speak, with the Kakade family. They
Yes.
were, sworn enemies for years now.
Right.
And he has done that. And second, which was something unexpected, we
Right.
saw Sharad Pawar making a comment about Sunetra Pawar,
Yes.
who is Ajit Pawar's wife, by calling her a Pawar who has come from the outside.
Outside,
I mean, it
absolutely,
is not
yes.
expected, but that
Right.
gives you a sense of how pitched a battle Sharad Pawar is, fighting over here to
Right.
retain Baramati, particularly for his daughter Supriya Sule's political future.
Right. Interesting point there about 1999. Brijesh, Sharad Pawar broke away from the Congress, and that was 25 years ago. And just 25 years later, after that moment, he is now back to fighting for his very political existence in Baramati.
Absolutely, and as RENNI pointed out, with the fact that usually you don't hear these kind of comments from Sharad Pawar.
Yes.
He's a very measured guy, and
Especially when he's talking about
when he's
family.
talking about family, we all have interacted with him. He's not the one politician who's given to talk in hyperbole and all.
Yes.
But for him to use this line
Right.
that that she's an outsider, my daughter is like part of the Pawar family and all,
Right.
shows the desperation and also shows how high stake Baramati has become.
Yes.
Because for a Pawar to make sure that that he can sign off on his legacy, he's 83.
Yes.
And not exactly in pink of health.
Right.
So he would definitely want his daughter to be settled before health makes him or renders him incapable of carrying on this kind of political activity as he has been doing till now.
Absolutely. And Pawar versus Pawar there, Sharad Pawar at age 83 fighting the political fight of his life. And that's a story that we'll be tracking very closely, because Baramati is actually going to be a barometer for Maharashtra, which has 48 Lok Sabha seats. It's one of the most crucial states, but no contest will be as closely watched as Baramati. Thanks very much for joining us this evening, Prasad, Kiran, Tare, RENNI, and my colleague Brijesh Pandey. Kiran Tare's series, The House of Pawar, has tracked the power dynamics in Maharashtra's first family. Sharad Pawar is a wounded lion. Can he make a comeback? Watch the latest installment of our series, Fractured Family, only on the News9 Plus app. Sharad Pawar is Maharashtra's senior-most politician. But at 83, he's neither tired nor retired. He's had a strained political relationship with his ambitious nephew, Ajit Pawar. But in 2023, things hit breakpoint. Ajit broke his uncle's party and took 43 MLAs with him. He joined the BJP Shiv Sena government. This was almost like a 1995 scenario when Chandrababu Naidu snatched the Telugu Desam party away from his father-in-law, N.T. Ramarao. Except that Pawar is no NTR. He's not giving up without a fight, and that explains the whole crisis within the Pawar family.
Streaming on News9 Plus. News is now content. Subscribe and get free vouchers.